I was concerned.
Former acting FBI Director Andrew McCabe now revealing new details about the moment he briefed top congressional leaders about the FBI's counterintelligence probe into President Trump.
There were no objections. There were no protests. There was no, there was a clear sense in the room that people were resigned to the fact that we had taken a necessary step.
The briefing was in May 2017, on the same day Special Counsel Robert Mueller was appointed. At the table, the so-called Gang of Eight, the top leaders of Congress from both parties, Democrat and Republican.
Any concerns from Nunes, Burr, Ryan, or McConnell, the Republicans there?
No concerns.
Did they say any? You're doing what? You're investigating the president?
No pushback whatsoever.
Senator Mark Warner, the top Democrat on the Intelligence Committee, was in that briefing and talked about his concerns with Jake on State of the Union last month.
I'm not going to talk about what we may have been briefed in the Gang of Eight when these investigations opened. But I do think it's curious that throughout that whole summer, when these investigations started, you had Vladimir Putin policies almost being parroted by Donald Trump.
McCabe says one participant's presence at the briefing made it almost certain the president himself would be filled in.
It was my expectation that it would likely be relayed back to the president, partially because of the presence of Devin Nunes.
Congressman Nunes led the House Intelligence Committee at the time and touted his tight ties to the White House.
The president needs to know that these intelligence reports are out there, and I have a duty to tell him that.
Nunes was later exposed for doing the White House's bidding and trying to bolster the president's false claim that former President Barack Obama had ordered an illegal wiretap at Trump Tower.
I would be concerned if I was the president. And that's why I wanted him to know.
Nunes responding to McCabe's allegation today in a statement, saying in part, many of the stories he's telling on his book tour are transparently self-serving. McCabe, meanwhile, has said he and others at the Justice Department not only suspected the president could be working as a Russian agent, but McCabe still believes it's a possibility.
Do you still believe the president could be a Russian asset?
I think it's possible.